It sounds so fun. Oh man, that's so fun. Yeah. Oh my god. We're gonna have a good time.
Then you see a pack of Hell's Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined the street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006. Back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon. 2011. Came out of there. I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about the fire at the Red Devils Clubhouse and the Mongols member that was sentenced to 5 years for his involvement in a murder of a Vagos member. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chatting with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. We're getting a lot of love, man. I really appreciate all the people that have been buying merch. I've been so busy sending out hoodies and t-shirts, and I'm gonna give away some more. Because you guys have been so good, I'm going to give back to you guys. So thank you all. We're going to do another where I spin that wheel, and we're going to pick some more people to win some more T-shirts today. Mountain Woman, how are you? Thank you for joining me. Craig, what's good? And we got some more information about the whole drama down there in Mississippi about the assault that happened against Mojo. Shout out to Mojo. She does have a GoFundMe now to take care of her bills and things like that. Shout out to Mojo and Kirk. Hey, unknown but known. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. Eddie. Shout out to Eddie. CMC's in the building. Can't stay in the chat till meeting starts. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Keegan, how are you? Greetings. Brad, what's going on? Crazy stuff. Les. The hour drive. It's pretty wild. It is, right? Kirk, what's going on, man? Big Staxx and crew. CT Illy's in the building. Shout out to CT Illy. How are you guys? Yeah, we got some wild news. Shout out to Canada. The Canadians essay. How you doing, man? What's going on from Canada? Ginger Biker's in the building. Mike Lynch is in the building. Shout out to Mike Lynch. I will have a sizzle reel for you guys very soon. We got a couple more people to interview, and then it's a wrap. We're going to stop the interviews, and we're going to start editing, but I'm going to get you guys a sizzle reel very soon. Shout out to Mike Lynch for being involved with this project. It's going to be incredible. The soundtrack, everything is incredible. Wait till you guys see it. Dirty Bird 1%. How you doing? Thank you for joining me. Troublemaker. What's good? You guys are all great. Thank you. So we got a bunch of things to talk about. There's been new developments in the whole situation with Mojo. So if you guys don't know, the man that interviewed those guys is a pig. He's a cop. The fucking guy that interviewed them is a cop. So they sat down with a retired law enforcement officer. Oh man, this is getting worse for them. So they sat down with a fucking cop. I don't know if they knew that before they sat down, but it's getting crazier and crazier. Hey, there's going to be a huge, there's something huge going down there now. I think Mardi Gras is happening. And a lot of people are supposed to be down there. So we'll see what happens when everything happens, right? So in mob news, Michael Paradiso has passed away. Crazy situation. You guys know that Testa died from the Gemini twins. I mean, these people are older. They spent a long time in prison and people are passing away. So this is Michael Paradiso. He just passed away. And a lot of people are passing away. It seems like a lot more than normal, right? So this guy from Picayune now, right? The guy in the middle, the fucking police officer, he was upset. He said he doesn't have no followers, right? And I covered this story. He was upset that I interviewed Mojo. Too bad for him. He was angry, right? He's like, and I shared his link and told people to go follow him. So I funneled people to his thing. He wanted me to share his link. So here you go. Picayune now is a piece of shit. A fucking cop. Can you believe that? These guys, these 1%ers sat down with a fucking police officer. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. So we're going to do another show about, hey, No Grow, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. Carl Danger, what's going on? Harley's gonna be torpedo with this drama. He should just keep going in the direction and leave the drama and stuff. It's gonna get him locked up alone. I don't know, man. Trust me, I don't think he has anything to do with this situation. Hey, Social Rejects, how you doing? Appreciate you guys. Yeah, these dudes sat down with the police. Do you believe that? Troublemaker, what's good, man? Insane. Insane. But people hate Iron Order. I mean, it's a cop club, right? It's a fucking police club. So this guy, we all know who this guy is. Corey Harrison. He was involved in a motorcycle crash. He broke 11 ribs. If you guys don't know who he is. So Pawn Stars Rick Harrison reacts after his son's Mrs. wedding following motorcycle crash that broke 11 ribs. Pawn Stars host Rick Harrison reflects on his wedding day after his son Corey was forced to miss the celebration while recovering from a motorcycle crash that shattered 11 ribs. That fucking hurts too. I broke ribs in the past. On January 27th, Harrison and his wife, Angie, they were married during a wedding ceremony in Mexico after first trying to tie the knot in Las Vegas. Corey, known from Pawn Stars as Big Hoss, was unable to attend the ceremony and he was recovering following a motorcycle accident. During an interview with Fox Digital, Harrison shared how he felt about Corey's absence, explaining he didn't really give a shit. Nah, I'm playing. He said he visited his son in the hospital the day before the wedding. It sucks that he didn't attend, Harrison said. I wanted him to be there. He was one of my groomsmen, but unfortunately, he lives a couple hours away from Cancun. Damn, he lives in Mexico? I did not know that. He continued, so I was able to drive down there and see him in the hospital and make sure everything was all right. It was a major wreck, but unfortunately, his bones that'll heal. But fortunately, his bones will heal. No internal damage. Everything like that, Harrison added. He is just in a lot of pain. It does fucking hurt when you break ribs. Every time you breathe, you can feel that shit. If you are ever broke a rib, then you know what it's like. He broke 11 ribs and got fractures in his ribs. TV personality recalls visiting his son in the hospital, shared details about his recovery process. He's in good spirits. And he's going to like 2 months. They're going to be stuck in the hospital. He said, ribs, you can't be putting a cast or anything on it. That fucking blows. But hey, Learn how to ride a fucking motorcycle if you don't know how to ride, right? Fucking dude broke 11 ribs. His bike is totaled. You don't need permission if you're Harley. Yeah, he don't need permission. He does what he wants. He don't give a shit. But listen, we're neutral over here. I got respect for all the clubs, all of them. I don't have any ill will towards any club. I got respect for all of the clubs out there. So in other news, his bike sold. Sonny Barger's bike sold for $22,000, and people are shocked. They thought his bike would get a lot more money than that. A legendary Harley Davidson owned by the world's most famous outlaw biker sold for a shockingly low price. The legendary Harley Davidson, once owned by the world's most famous biker, has sold. The bike went under the gavel at an auction in Las Vegas motorcycle sale on January 31st, 2026. It's a 1992 FXRT. Changed hands for about $22,000, despite its notorious backstory. Records listed it about 33,000 miles on it on the odometer. It was the personal motorcycle of Sonny Barger. It says the founding member. He's not the founder of the Hells Angels, but a lot of people think that. It says the founding member, a longtime face of the Hells Angels. Maybe he was the face, but he wasn't the founder. He did found a couple charters, I believe. The bike was tied to Barger's autobiography and was featured on the cover of his 2001 book about his life and the club. Barger died in 2022 at the age of 83. The Hells Angels bike was a gift to Barger from the club that he got when he got out of prison. The FXRT, a sought-after touring model. It's produced in limited numbers and built for stability and long-distance riding. It's also a classic touring gear, including frame-mounted fairing and hard bags. It also has cast 9-spoke wheels. It's always better to get mag wheels because I hear that the spoke wheels have a tube and the mag wheels don't. I did not know that before. The setup includes 5-speed manual gearbox along with aftermarket exhaust. Noticed in the auction's write-up, the same report says the bike features a sprung saddle and rear pylon with a backrest. It is finished in custom black and red detail, including Barger's name on the tank. The motorcycle was listed at lot S190 on Saturday's lineup. Barger died at the age of 83 after a battle with cancer. He died on June 29, 2022. Barger told fans, "Stay loyal, remain free, and always value honor." He was best known for launching the Hells Angels Oakland charter and widely credited for helping grow the gang into international force. Why would they call it a gang there? Barger wrote in his autobiography that he was inspired by The Wild One, the crime movie starring Marlon Brando. His life is also marked by repeat run-ins with law and major criminal cases. In 1972, he and 3 others were acquitted of murdering a Texas drug dealer and setting the home on fire. The next year, he was sentenced to 10 years to life after being convicted of narcotics possession and having a weapon as a convicted felon. So his bike only sold for $22,000. That's pretty crazy. You would think they would get a lot more for that bike. It's crazy. Hey, Craig, what's going on? How are you? Sonny was more down with Victory Motorcycles towards the tail end of his career. No, he definitely wasn't the founder. Sonny didn't even like Harleys. Corey's luck. He got busted ribs, hard lung, right? It could have been a lot worse. Did he say that out loud? Nah, he didn't say that. I was saying that in the other article. You don't need permission, blah, blah, blah. Let's see here. So we got a bunch of other things to talk about. If you guys don't know, the Mongol member that was involved with the murder of a Vagos member has been sentenced to 5 years. He has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Let's see here. Mongols Motorcycle Club member sentenced to 5 years in prison in connection with Ontario bar killing. This is in California. A violent undercurrent Southern California's outlaw motorcycle club rivalry surfaces in stark fashion this week. A member of the Mongols Motorcycle Club was sentenced to 5 years in prison in connection with a deadly barroom shooting that left one man dead and reignites fears over escalation of related violence. Authorities say that the case stems from the killing inside an Ontario bar. The confrontation rooted not in chance, but in a long simmering conflict between rival motorcycle groups for decades that spilled beyond clubhouse walls and into public spaces. The defendant, Polito, identified as Polito, is one of several individuals tied to the fatal encounter. Prosecutors allege the violence was part of an ongoing cycle of retaliation and intimidation that defined their rivalry between outlaw motorcycle organizations throughout the region. Polito, however, faces more serious accusations still ahead. Murder charge still pending. Despite the sentencing, Padillo's legal battle is far from over. Charged separately with murder of a rival motorcycle club member, Padillo entered a plea of not guilty and remains in custody to await that trial. It is currently scheduled for November. So this is a whole separate case that he got sentenced to 5 years. Officials have not yet released full details of the alleged attack, but investigators describe the incident as a targeted killing rather than a random act of violence. The kind of deadly confrontation that law enforcement says too often accompanies organized motorcycle club feuds. This was not simply a bar fight that escalated. One source familiar with the investigation noted this was part of a much larger conflict. The bar turned into a crime scene. The killing transformed what should have been an ordinary night out into a scene of chaos and bloodshed. Witnesses reported panic as gunfire erupted, sending patrons scrambling for cover. When the dust settled, one man was dead. Another casualty of an ongoing struggle for dominance, reputation, and among rival clubs. Ontario police, alongside federal and regional gang task force, quickly moved in, signaling the seriousness in which authorities are treating the case. The Mongols Motorcycle Club is considered one of the most prominent organizations in the United States and has been subject to repeated law enforcement scrutiny over the years, with officials alleging ties to violence, racketeering, and organized criminal activity. While many motorcycle enthusiasts reject the actions of outlaw factions, investigators argue certain club rivalries remain persistent threat, particularly in California. There's territory disputes persevere. They can ignite in an instant, and it can become a deadly outcome. This is about more than motorcycles, what investigators said. It's about power, retaliation, and rules of structure that operate outside the law. Padillo's 5-year sentence marks one chapter close in a broader case, but the looming murder trial promises to bring renewed attention and potentially explosive testimony as prosecutors attempt to prove the killing was deliberate and connected to the outlaw club warfare. For the family of the victim, the sentencing offers little closure. The real reckoning, they say, may come in November when Padillo stands trial on the charges that carry far much greater weight. Until then, he remains behind bars at the center of the case that underscores how quickly violence can erupt, even in most ordinary places. When rivalry runs deep, the stakes are deadly. And nobody wins when violence is involved. Just remember that. No matter where you go, there's cameras everywhere. You can't get away with it. Like, if you do something like that, I mean, chances of you getting away with it are slim to none nowadays. I mean, there's cameras in everybody's hands. There are cameras on every street light, people's houses. It's crazy. So nobody wins a trophy when people die. You know what I'm saying? And people lose their freedom. They lose everything. So, I mean, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, there was a fire at the Red Devils Clubhouse in Oshawa a couple days ago, allegedly. It says, this is a post from Facebook, and it says, "We love Oshawa." This is a group. It says, right now on Olive and Oshawa Boulevard, apparently a building that houses the Red Devils Clubhouse burned down. Leave early and avoid the rush if you're headed that way, this person said. So apparently this fire broke out early in the morning, and I have a picture to go with this one too. This is the picture from the alleged scene. And here are some of the comments. It says, "I thought bikers were running or in that place now. I live down the street. I didn't even know about the fire," someone said. "I've been there for years and years before it was holding others. What rival club did it? Who do you think?" Someone said. It's pretty crazy. I mean, maybe it was an electrical fire. It could have been, right? It could have been anything. Who knows? It's pretty crazy, though. Staxx, thanks for the information, the interviews, and all your time. I really appreciate that, man, Ginger Biker. I got a lot more interviews dropping. Shout out to Australia. I got someone from Australia that I'm about to interview, too. Can't want to. How you doing? Thank you for joining me today. Dirty Dignity. How you doing? Or Diggity? What's going on, man? How are you? Shit, we got a super chat in the building. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Doug. Shout out to Doug Gross. There's nothing on the local news. 5 years for a bar fight and a killing. No, so he was charged with something else. I believe it was probably because they went on a high-speed chase, right? After this alleged thing happened. So it could be for that. They could have sentenced him for that. Could be. I don't know. I heard there was broken windows and all kinds of stuff going on there. I don't really know the ins and outs on what transpired, but I heard there was broken windows and stuff. So here is the first article that came out, right? So this is the alleged victim. This was the member of the Vagos that passed away. And so here is the first article. Reputed Mongols biker gang member charged with murder and shooting of rival Vagos. Reputed member of the Mongols Motorcycle Club was charged Tuesday with murdering a member of the rival Vagos in what federal prosecutors say is an escalated conflict between the two outfits. Julian Julian Polito, 35, was shot to death. Vincent Sandville on March 4th at the Firewater Bar in Ontario, according to a complaint unsealed Tuesday by San Bernardino County Coroner's records. A second alleged Mongol member, Clifford Lavoie, is accused of choking Sandoval before he was killed. Lavoie pleaded not guilty Tuesday to charges of assault and aid of racketeering and is being jailed without bond, according to a spokesman for the U.S. Attorney's Office in Los Angeles, but remained Tuesday in San Bernardino jail and is yet to enter a plea in the federal court. So this is a federal case. It's crazy. Sandoval killing is the latest flare-up in a 3-year conflict between the Mongols and the Vagos that, according to court records, included shooting at Hooters restaurant, a brawl at a Harley-Davidson store in Del Rey, and a homicide allegedly committed by a Vago who rode a 3-wheeled motorcycle. He was a paraplegic, allegedly, that committed a murder. Holy shit. In the complaint, California Highway Patrol officers said Mongols count is about 2,500 members around the world, with chapters in the United States, Mexico, Canada, Europe, and Asia. The club is governed by the mother chapter and collects dues from regional affiliates. The officer, whose name is redacted in the complaint, said the money was diverted in parts from robberies, credit card fraud, and sales of the big M and the big C. In 2022, the Mongols' dirty laundry was aired in federal court when the club's longtime lawyer accused its president, Little Dave, of being a secret informant for the U.S. Bureau of Tobacco and Alcohol and Firearms and Explosives, in which spearheaded 2 racketeering cases against the club. Little Dave denied the charge despite being secretly recorded by his wife saying an FBI agent could no longer protect him once he retired. He's a 25-year member of the Mongols, testified in 2022 that he was in limbo within the club and stripped of his title as president. The officer wrote that the complaint that the Mongols leader maintain an arsenal of assault rifles, handguns, shotguns, knives, and bulletproof vests in their downtown Los Angeles headquarters. The Mongols allegedly kept a cache of weapons used against rivals, including the Hells Angels, the Outlaws, the Sons of Silence, and the Vagos. Prosecutors traced the Mongols' conflict with the Vagos to December 19, 2021, when the latter club held a memorial for a dead member at the Hooters Riverside. Some Mongols showed up and a fight broke out, the officer wrote. Shooting erupted from both sides. At the time, Riverside police arrived and everyone had fled, but blood on the ground indicated someone had been wounded. After the Hooters shooting, the upper levels of both motorcycle clubs tried to broker a meeting, but one never materialized, officer wrote. The night of May 8, 2024, Asylum Motorcycle Club held a party at a downtown Los Angeles bar. According to a search warrant affidavit reviewed by this news channel, the Asylum Motorcycle Club is a support club for the Mongols, meaning the members are allowed to tag along with the Mongols events to celebrate the 15-year anniversary of its founding. Asylum Motorcycle Club members decked out. They had mechanical bull and DJ equipment. A Los Angeles Police Department detective wrote in the affidavit around 11:24, a fight broke out between some Mongols and 2 members of the Vagos who crashed the party. One of the Vagos, later identified as Joseph Luma, was in a wheelchair. After the fight ended, Luma and a second Vago met with someone who arrived in a silver SUV, according to the affidavit. Luma and the other Vago returned to the party with guns and opened fire, detectives wrote. They missed the Mongols, hitting instead 2 bystanders who affiliated with the motorcycle gangs. I don't know why they put gangs. The complaint said Joseph Lara, 47, was killed and the second victim survived. Luma fled on a 3-wheeled Harley Davidson, detectives wrote. Arrested 3 months later, the 38-year-old Lamarara resident pleaded not guilty to charges of murdering Lara. The second shooter hasn't been identified. 2 months later, Lara was killed. Some Vagos and Mongols got into a fight at a Harley-Davidson store in Marina del Rey, which ended in the Vagos firing shots. According to the complaint, regional officers of both clubs warned members be prepared for further violence. The night of Sandoval was killed in Ontario, Polito showed up at the Firewater Bar wearing black hat that read Mongols MC and a black sweatshirt with the letters MFFM, which stand for Mongols Forever, Forever Mongols, officer wrote in the complaint. Firewater did not allow patrons to wear their cuts leather vests with patches indicating membership to outlaw motorcycle groups. Sandoval showed up wearing a t-shirt that said Vagos, the Vagos pendant on a gold chain. Padillo and Lavoie told Sandoval he failed to show them proper respect when he didn't introduce himself at the bar, the officers wrote. Sandoval accused the men of acting like a little bitch, but brought them a round of drinks as an apology, according to the complaint. Polito asked the bartender to put a second round of drinks on Sandoval's tab, and the bartender refused. Polito then punched Sandoval in the face, smashing smearing with blood on the ring of his finger engraved with the letters LMDM. Live Mongol, die Mongol, the officer wrote. Lavoie started choking Sandoval, the complaint says. Sandoval broke free and ran for the door. Polito drew a gun, shot Sandoval 4 times in the back, the complainant wrote. Padillo and Lavoie ran past Sandoval's body, which was laying on the sidewalk outside the bar, according to the complaint. Padillo briefly returned to the body, yelling, fuck, fuck, before running away. After tailing him for hours, Ontario police tried to arrest Padillo later the day in Kern County. Polito pulled his Dodge Dart off the 5 freeway and blew through red lights, nearly hitting 2 cars, officer wrote. He tried to make a U-turn going 60 miles an hour and crashed into a ditch. Damn. And that's it. It's a pretty wild situation. I mean, hopefully they can get some peace talks together or something, because, like I said, violence solves nothing. It really doesn't. And these guys are fighting for what? I mean, it's really a sad situation, you know? So what degrees is it where you guys are? Lisa, how you doing? Appreciate you taking the time to watch the show. Doug, what's good? What degrees is it where you guys are at? Oh, email me, Lisa, because I couldn't find your email with the address. I sent out Virginia Chaos's. Make sure you email me, Lisa. The email is billstaxx2021@gmail.com. I've been waiting for you to show up so I can tell you that. Email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com and I'll get on it right away. -30. Holy shit. That's crazy. M8s are trash motors. Got to keep your Harley maintained. I've owned a few. Look in trouble with them. I hear they really try to bag you when you try to buy a new Harley, huh? They try to get you to buy all these add-ons and shit. It's crazy. Hey, Insane Wheels, how you doing, man? Shout out to Mike Ball. I really appreciate you taking the time to come in here, man. Thank you. Make sure you guys go follow Mike Ball. He's got great content. He's usually on around 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. And he does some shows around 8 too at night sometimes. But I appreciate it, man. I don't know why where the comments are is so damn big. I could barely see it all. It's so big. Make sure you guys hey, Biker News Canada, what's going on? Shout out to Biker News Canada. Go subscribe to him too. 59 degrees, damn. Where the hell are you at? In the tropics, man? Ghost Eagle Guardians in the house. Knuckleheads. Larry, what's up, bro? How are you? Thank you for joining me today. Bad motherfuckers in the house. It is cold like a motherfucker today, ain't it? Thank you guys all for joining me. I really appreciate you. We got a lot of great content on the way. I can't wait to show you guys this documentary. Kansas, huh? Holy fuck, it's nice there. Well, I've got to go back to work for a bit. I've been grinding, trying to get you guys the best content possible. I got some new videos I'm going to be uploading on Patreon, so go check out that. I got a lot of great shows lined up for you guys. I'm going to be doing some in-person interviews. I have to go to Times Square. I'm going to be doing an interview in Times Square. So stay tuned for that one. It's going to be pretty dope. Don't be a bitch, everyone. Shout out to Brad. Thank you, man. I'll let you guys know more information when it becomes available. But we are going to be, I'm going to be doing a show about this retired cop interviewing these 1%ers. This guy, they sat down with a cop. And we're going to be going over the interview with the owners of the bar where this happened. Matter of fact, I'm going to be reaching out to the owners, and we're going to see if they'll talk to me. But shout out to everybody. If you guys didn't know, Crip Mac got sent back to prison. He was released from federal prison, and guess who was waiting for him when he got out? The police. And they arrested him and sent him back to state prison. He has a case he has to wrap up there. Damn, that's got to suck, man. You get out of federal prison, and you got to go right back to the feds. I never did Fed time. I only did state time, but that blows. And if you guys didn't know, Kyle Sandler from Federal Prison Tips has been exposed. He has been robbing people blind. Like, I got a big show that's going to be coming out on him. I interviewed probably 4 or 5 people who've been taken advantage of by him. And more keep coming out the woodwork. So stay tuned for that big special that's going to be dropping. That's what I've been working on. So I appreciate all you guys. And we're going to be talking about the pagans that are going to be going to trial for the shooting that happened at the Wawa. These are all them guys. So we got a lot to talk about in the future. Thank you guys all for joining me. If you guys like this show, hit the like button, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. If you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App, Chattin with Staxx. And if you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just email me at billstaxx2021@gmail.com. Lisa, make sure you email me and I'll get that sent out to you as soon as possible. I'll be back on later and we'll do the drawing for a hoodie or a t-shirt. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Stay warm. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.